My next guest will be next Saturday night in Los Angeles. Vito Mielnicki Jr. takes on Chris Rollins on FS1. Vito, what's happening?
What's up, Mark? How you been?
Pretty good. What have you been up to since the last time we chatted?
Just training, getting ready for this fight. We've known for like a little bit that we were going to be fighting like beginning of August, end of July. So I've just been staying ready and waiting for that official call.
So I mean, you've been in the gym. I believe since the last time I talked, you're a high school graduate now, aren't you?
Yeah, I graduated high school since the last time we talked. Yeah, I just been training really. That's really about it.
What were you? I saw some of the pictures. Were you able to have like the normal kind of graduation with? I'm sure that there were probably less people there than the normal graduations have.
Yes. Yeah, so basically, we had our graduation, but it was just all the students in our class. We couldn't have any parents there or anything. It was just that some of the administration and then the students had to sit 6 feet apart on the field. So it was good, and it was good though. It was definitely cool to see them like in the middle of July, like make something happen, like graduation for us.
Was that the first time like you were around, a lot of your high school friends for like a few months, or?
I mean, besides like my friends, like my really close friends, yeah, that's my first and last time really gonna be seeing them together.
So you've been in the gym the whole time. Has training? I mean, you since this whole thing happened, I know you have been training. So you've been doing most of your boxing activities pretty much the whole time through this, correct?
Yeah, since like, I mean, even during like when quarantine was really, really like tough, like strict, I was still working out on my own, like doing my own stuff. So, I mean, I've been ready like to fight for a while now. So, I mean, next weekend I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life.
Talk about Chris Rollins. What can you tell me about him?
He's older than me. He's 3-1.
Everyone's older than you.
Yeah, he's older than me. He's 3-1. He comes forward. Just gotta box him. Just do what I've been working on in the gym with my coach, and hopefully get him out of there.
You were fighting, very regularly every couple months, before everything shut down. Did, in a way, did the shutdown, the pandemic, you think maybe it was a little bit of a good thing for you, maybe to catch your breath a little bit?
I think it was good, just so, I mean, my body fully recovered. Like obviously I was never hurt, like, in the fights, but, like, a cut or anything, but, like, more the fact of, like, my muscles, like, my joints, everything was able to just, like, come back to 150%. So, my body feels great. I'm in the best shape of my life, and next Saturday in LA, it's going to be a great night.
What's it mean for you to be put on the first Fox FS1 show since the comeback for the PBC?
Yeah, well, like that's one of the reasons why we went with PBC. Not only because they brought me in as family, but because we knew that they were going to always put me on like the biggest platform at the biggest time to fight. So, I mean, it's great. I'm happy that how they're moving me, and like I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I know you're not looking past this guy, but do you have maybe like a possible schedule in terms of how many fights, when you may fight next, or?
I mean, after this, probably take like a 2 weeks off, something like that, and then get right back to it. I'll be ready to get right back to it. I want to get right back in the ring as soon as possible. I'll obviously make up for the past 6 months or whatever, 4 or 5 months.
You've been. I know you fought on. Obviously, you fought on the Wilder Fury card, the Wilder Ortiz card. So you've been on some real major shows. I know the PBC, and then obviously they announced 2 pay-per-view shows. I know a couple on Showtime, and then obviously it got out yesterday. Danny Garcia's going to fight Errol Spence. Do you see yourself hopefully on one of those big shows?
I'm sure that they want to put me on them, and they're going to try their best to put me on those shows. But whenever like whatever date they give me, I'm good for it. I just want to get in there, get another win on my resume.
Fought a couple times in Las Vegas now, going out to LA. What were your thoughts about
Yeah.
fighting in Los Angeles?
Um, I mean, obviously it's gonna be we're in the bubble, so
Yeah,
it's really like it's not like I'm in LA. It's like I'm in a hotel, but it's gonna be good. I know the arena is right across the street from the Staples Center,
yeah.
the Microsoft Theater or whatever. So it's gonna be a good experience. It's gonna be good.
Have you talked to anyone? I'm sure it may not be 100% the same thing. I know, you grew up with Shakur Stevenson. What have you talked to anyone who's fought inside that top rank bubble to see, what life's like? What you can and can't do.
Uh, I mean, I've heard like I've watched interviews and stuff like that. I haven't really talked to none of them about it, but uh, I mean, I know the no fans. It's like my fight at the Wilder Fury fight. It wasn't like there was fans like in the arena when I fought.
Yeah.
Like nobody really got there until Wilder and Fury fought. So, I mean, it's I like I'll be good for it. I could fight anywhere at any time. So like I'll be fine.
I know you. I know you're like an Xboxer, aren't you? So you bringing that out?
Oh, absolutely. I'm bringing my Xbox out there.
What,
That'll keep
what
me.
what's your game of choice?
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Recently, ESPN put you on their 25 under 25 list. Were you surprised about that? What are your thoughts on it?
I was it's definitely like seeing some of the names on there. It was definitely cool seeing me on the top 25 under 25. I didn't really like some of the things that Steve Kim said, but
What do you want to take? What do you want to take umbrage with?
so he was like he said something like he's got some boxing skill and some pop. Then he was like he'll probably be a great ticket seller. Like he was labeling me as a ticket seller, which obviously I'm a ticket seller also, but that's what's going to separate me from a lot of the other people is I could sell tickets and I could fight. So I think I tweeted something out at him and he responded, I just said.
What do you say back to you?
I forget, but I was just like, let's readdress this in 2 years or something like that. So, yeah, but, it was cool seeing me on that list, especially on an ESPN list. You would assume that they'd, like, there was a lot of top-ranked guys, but obviously I'm not on that ESPN platform.
We see, especially we just saw the Michael Jordan series that was just on ESPN a couple months ago, and Jordan's known for kind of making things up to motivate him. Is that something now? Obviously a lot.
Absolutely.
Most of the coverage about you, if not all the coverage about you, has been very positive. So you took that as kind of a little shot. So is that like maybe the first thing that you've read about yourself that you may have disagreed with?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really read comment sections on Instagram and stuff like that. So that's where a lot of the negativity comes from. But that was my first. Like my first time reading something, and it really like that's just that was just another spike of motivation that really that night it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was like, I'm going out, I'm going to the gym, let me go for a run. So, it's just more motivation and just makes me work harder every day.
Did you print that article out? Maybe put it in your desk, just leave it there for a couple years?
I have it on my phone, like right in on like the first thing on my phone. So.
Well, by the way, did your dad paint your walls?
The back? What, back here?
The yellow. That could wake up anybody on a cloudy day.
Yeah.
So you get ready. What if you've probably watched some of the top ranked fights and everything. I know we talked about you could fight anywhere. It doesn't matter about the fans, but just looking at it on TV, the atmosphere. You could hear everything. What are your thoughts about that? Just as a fan watching those fights, not the fights themselves, but the whole.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it was definitely cool, like seeing, like, hearing the trainers fluently in the corner. You could hear the thud on punches more, like, on TV. So I mean, and just the whole atmosphere around it, just like it was more of just like big screens around everything, like with all different kinds of things going on in the background. So I mean, it was obviously different, but who knows how long this is, how it's going to be. So, I mean, just got to adapt.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing Steve did say in the article, you know, obviously you are a big ticket seller, and you know, you obviously want to be able to fight in front of your fans. I mean, I know that's a big motivation thing for you as well. You know, hopefully soon that will start to happen, and you will get the throngs of Vito Mielnicki Jr. Supporters back in the seats really soon. So I mean,
Yeah,
you thought about that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for that. Hopefully, get a fight at the Prudential Center in Newark. I could probably sell that out. So, I mean, it'll definitely be a great time. Like once I get back in the ring with my fans and supporters, family, friends, everyone there. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, and I know. Like, you know, your dad and your family probably take care of a lot of the, you know, the requests and stuff like that, and your manager Anthony. But is it a little? I mean, in a little kind of way, is it a little less stress for you? Not, you know, have to worry about, you know, a lot of that stuff that goes along with that.
Like in terms of like having like what
People
like
calling you and the whole night. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just something that like just comes with like the whole like memo of being a boxer or whatever. But I mean, I don't really mind any of that, but I know what you mean, like the calls before, like, oh, can I get tickets or something like that. So, I mean, but like you said, my family and my dad, my mom, and Anthony, they all handle all that. So, I mean, that just comes with the territory.
Well, what do you want to say to the fans before we see you next Saturday night, August 8th, from the Nokia Theater in Los Angeles and live on FS1? What do you want to say to the fans out there?
Just make sure you tune in. I don't know the exact time of when I'm going to be fighting, but just make sure you tune in to the FS1 portion and the Fox portion. Premier Boxing and Al Heyman, they put on the best fights. So just tune in and keep supporting me, and I promise to make everyone proud.
And where will we find you on the social media?
Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Vito Mielnicki, on Twitter at Vito Mielnicki Jr. And yeah, it's really about it.
Thank you.
Use TikTok, stuff like that.
You use TikTok?
I do, but yeah, you could follow me on TikTok too at Vito Mielnicki if you would like.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been. I know what it is. I've never been on it, like myself.
Yeah, I think they're deleting it soon though. So.
Yeah, well, I just read Donald Trump is trying to ban it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, why would he want to ban it? What do you?
Well, because it's like, I guess it's like I think China owns it or something like that.
Oh, okay. That's another show. We don't do politics here.
Yeah, let's stay away from that.
It's bad enough talking boxing politics with the sanctioning bodies. I'm not getting all that stuff. All right. Well, we will see you next Saturday night live from Los Angeles. Vito, we'll talk to you along the way, and best of luck.